Hi, I'm Angie Heinrich, and this is Mosaic Arts Online, and I'm so excited to be here to share with you this online course in creating this jeweled garden flower mosaic. So I've been creating mosaics in this style for over 15 years. So in this workshop, I'm here to share with you some of the techniques that I've developed and honed over those years using vitreous glass tile and beads. And I think you'll find that those with very little or even no mosaic experience can create something really precise, clean, and beautiful with the right advice and guidance and the right materials. So we're going to start off this workshop with this metal mosaic flower substrate. And this is going to be an indoor or an outdoor project. So everything we're going to do here is going to be appropriate for outdoors, so it will last for many, many years. Now, if you would like to start with this same exact substrate, in the PDF, there will be a link to this particular substrate and also one smaller and one larger. But of course, you can choose your own substrate, and as long as it has this wire mesh, you'll go ahead and you'll follow the same exact process that we follow here. So once your and we're going to use Shapecrete as our very first step on our metal substrate. So if you haven't heard of Shapecrete, it's really fun, it's super easy to use, and we are going to use a thin layer of it on this metal mesh. And I'm going to show you how to put this on so it doesn't fall through the mesh, which was the experience of my first time doing these metal flowers. So I'm going to save you from that and give you a really great technique. So once your Shapecrete has cured, you are going to adhere all of these glass tiles and all of these beads. Now this is the color palette that I chose, but of course you can choose your own colors. But I do in this course show you or give you the information that you need to choose your tiles and also to make appropriate choices when it comes to your beads. And then I'm going to give you really detailed information about how to apply the beads. Well, how to apply all of it, but specifically the beads, because there's a lot of information actually to consider. And then we're going to use these particular adhesives that are great for outdoors. Then as our last step, we are going to grout with sanded grout, and I'll just show you the technique that I use for that. So in the end, you will have learned many techniques to create a variety of projects in this particular style. So I hope you come along with me and let's create something together.
Angie, thank you so much for coming to Mosaic Arts Online. This course is just gorgeous, and I just am so happy that you could be here to share it with everybody and how anyone across our country can now do this project, and it's just awesome. So before you get into the project, explain a little bit about how you got started as a mosaic artist, because you are very specific in what you do. Your mirrors that you're really well known for, which I love, and also now this flower for the garden. So before we go there, tell me a little bit about how you got started.
Well, first of all, Tammy, thank you so much for having me here, and it's been great hanging out with you and getting to know you.
Thank you.
So the way I got started was my mother-in-law took me to a class a long time ago, and I got really, really hooked. And at the time, I worked in the .com industry, which was really big in Seattle. And I just started doing it in all my free time. Flew lots of different places to learn from different people. And then when the .com crash happened, I thought, you know what? I'm going to take the risk, and I'm going to do this thing that I cannot stop thinking about. So that's what I did.
So you dove in full-time, and now you are getting paid for your passion.
Yeah.
That's the way
great.
to go. Very happy for you. So do explain a little bit about this project, which is so gorgeous, in my opinion, about how achievable it is for everybody, and also where you get the beads and what made you choose beads as your tessera, should we say.
Right. So I really love beads. And when I started to begin to experiment with Mosaic, I started with actually the vitreous glass tile because I love tile. I love how easily it cuts. I love the way it reflects the light. I love how you can get lots of different finishes with it. And then I had a lot of beads around because I had experimented a lot with beads. And so when I started using the beads with the vitreous tile, I just love the level of intricacy and detail that it added. And a lot of times when people see it, they're like, oh my gosh, how in the world do you do that? It's like magic, all these tiny little pieces that actually look like they were really difficult to put on.
Well, I think that is your secret weapon, is your technique for laying the beads down and how she can make it so easy and really, truly so achievable. And the instant gratification that you get from this being completed, and literally it can be done in 2 days, is really unbelievable. I'm just so impressed with this. So can someone with little experience really dive into this if they grab the PDF and go for it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the one thing that I just love about teaching this particular style, because really anybody can do it. And there is nothing better than seeing someone with their finished piece and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually created this.
That's right.
Or when I see them and they're like, I have had this hanging in my house and everybody comes over and they're like, oh my gosh, you made that?
Yeah.
So it's really, really fun. So it is definitely achievable. There are a few things that make it so much easier to do, and I'll tell you that in the workshop.
No, that's great. And
Yeah.
it really can be transferred to other substrates. It doesn't have to be the flour. Using the Shapecrete is incredible because it is exterior grade concrete. So you can make anything with these glass. These are high quality glass tiles and beads, which are really important. And she goes into more detail about what kind of materials are really better for exterior. But indoor or outdoor, you can take all of these techniques that she shares with you and use them in other ways. So I cannot thank you enough for coming to Mosaic Arts Online, sharing something that's super unique that no one else is doing, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you.